Hello, this is John from MyBrunninGames.com, and today I'm here to play Vanguard for the Atari 2600. Like Phoenix, which I played a couple days ago, and Frogger, again, played recently. This is another arcade port to the Atari 2600. Like Phoenix, this one was ported by Atari. I think this came out in 1982 for the 2600. I think it originally came out in 1981 for the arcades. Just basic research I'd done, Wikipedia. It says it's developed by TOSE, a company that's notable for not wanting to put their name on any of their products. Maybe not this one. That's probably just people found out that this was developed by TOSE. It was published by SNK, I think, back in the day, at least in Japan. Here in the States, it was published by Centuri. Same thing with the Phoenix game originally, which Centuri seemed to kind of go around during the golden age of arcades here in the States. I don't know what happened to them, so that'd be an interesting thing to research at some point. But nonetheless, this was published by Centuri in the States, originally in the arcades, 1981, ported to the 2600 by Atari in 82, and let's check it out. Like many games from that era, it is a, shoot 'em up. This one, as you can see, is very vibrant, lots of colors. And looking at the footage of the arcade game running, it didn't look, I guess for its day it was comparable to its peers. It didn't seem astounding to me just looking at it. And I've never played it. I've played this before just a little bit, and played it a little bit more recently just before this video, trying to get used to it. But it's unique in the fact that it's kind of a multi-directional shooter. And there I got a little invincibility power-up, or something that allows me to just run straight into the enemies. One thing that I do not like about it is you can fire, but you only ever fire whenever you're holding the fire button and pressing in a direction. So whenever you... Oh, nope. So whenever you press in the direction to fire, you also move in that direction slightly. It does slow you down whenever you're holding the fire button. So that kind of, I guess, allays your concern about, running into an enemy whenever you're trying to fire directly in front of you. But what I've found in this little bit is just kind of sidle them, just fire up and down, and only firing forward if you absolutely have to. This game in particular for the 2600, seems like I've been saying that recently. Like every game I play is like, wow, this is a very colorful game. But this one, probably takes the cake to this point. It's all sorts of rainbow colors here. Ooh, lining the walls of the caves. Oh man, 2 in a row real quick. That's not good. And that's going to be 3 in a row. I did get that though. Then you get this little sound effect whenever you get your invincibility or this power up. And one thing that's pretty neat about this game is there's a continue functionality. It looks like now we're going down this cave system, whatever we're in. It's got kind of a neat progression. But yeah, see, you can continue, and we get to continue right from this point. Ugh. Okay, I've not played this stage very much. And again, like I have to do with most Atari 2600 games, it really feels like I just have to manhandle this controller. It really feels like I'm about to break it. I have to yank this thing so hard, trying to get it going trying to get going the direction I want to go. This ship does not do me any favors in this stage, this section of the game where I'm trying not to get hit. It looks like I've kind of got my rhythm now. Yeah, I may actually be able to get through this. Alright. Hey, you got through there. This is all uncharted waters for me. It looks like it's going to be harder to kind of line myself up between them. They're really clustering close together. I'm not sure what the criteria for progression is. I don't know if I have to destroy a set amount of ships or just, I don't think it's just survived long enough, because I actually tried doing a little bit of a pacifist run, but that red meter down at the bottom, that's my energy, or energy of sorts. Oh, I wonder, is it actually increasing? So I wonder if maybe I have to get all the way back up to the, all the way maxed to actually complete the stage. Can't really tell. But if it does run out, my ship does run out of fuel, it looks like, and crash lands, losing a life in the process. I should have let off the fire button so I'd get a little more agility there. Ooh. See, I'm not hitting much that run, that life. I tell you what, man, whenever later consoles came around and you got actual music that played in the background, what a blessing that was. Or what a blessing that was for the games on the 2600 that did have a running soundtrack. Not that lack of music is bad or anything, especially in the context of this game. You could kind of say, well, I mean, you're in a cave system. Maybe it's just really silent. Looks like wave of enemies changed. Alright, it looks like it does continue me from the new wave of enemies instead of just the beginning of this cave section. Looks like they're a little trickier too. They get to kind of move up and down. Wonder if it's advantageous to just move forward shoot forward, move back a little bit every now and then. Because like I said, you know, to fire I actually have to press in a direction, which causes me to go forward. Looks like it wants me to destroy that guy. Alright, is it the Death Star run? Oh, couldn't get above that one time. Let's see. Of course, you know, having to hold the button and move in a direction. Generally find that holding the button is the best way to go about it. Not even worrying about the loss in agility. Unless that is, I can't evade the enemies altogether like I just did there. But if I concentrate, I can get my timing down. Okay, this is going to be multi-part. Ooh, wow, yeah. This kind of reminds me a little bit of River Raid now. It's a fine Activision title. Like most Atari 2600 games from Activision, that one is stellar. I was just playing that the other day. Was it last night? Last night or the night before? Oh, should have held off. Just kinda did a little better job of getting myself lined up. Now this is a fun stage. Ooh. Almost made it all the way up. Man, my score is up there, 9,600. Of course, these enemies, can't tell. Are they giving me more points than the other ones were? Got an extra life, alright. We're in another stage. Okay, I think I'm on fire now. Ooh. That one looked like it was gonna bump up against the top of my ship. Okay. Man, this is a good run. Okay, new enemy type. New stage. Ooh, 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 ooh. What? That gave me more points? Didn't take my life away? Is that good, or do I want to get captured by these things? Guess we'll find out if I keep evading long enough, and it just seems endless. Okay. DDR icons coming down at me. These are noticeably smaller. Ooh. And they have a little bit of a blast radius whenever they get shot. They don't immediately dissipate. Now I'm kind of taking my finger off the trigger to get that extra agility. Oh, okay, is this the end? What's going to happen? Oh, wow. Wow, that's not the end of the game? Or does it just repeat ad nauseum getting faster? I wonder if that was it. Did I beat him? Is it something like Undertale where I must continually confront that guy? Is that the boss of this game? The same way that Undertale's boss is like that? Uh-oh, that was just about to run out at just the wrong time. Yeah, this really picked up the pace now. Speed's much more noticeable. I'm able to hang in there so far. Of course, this is just the second wave of enemies, not that difficult. Even at this increased speed. Ooh. Ooh, oh man, right there. That guy almost made it to me. Okay, I was wondering when that was going to end. Huh. I guess that's it. Can I not continue from here? Okay, I guess you can... I guess that's basically stage 1. You can continue at any point from stage 1, but once you get beyond that, it looks like no continues. But it looks like maybe the stages kind of repeat. I've seen all the unique stages I'm going to see. Looks like from that point on, it's just going to throw the stages at me in a different order and throw them in a much faster sequence. Enemies are going to get tougher. Got to be able to progress through the caves faster, or at least I'm going to go faster. May take me longer. Looks like I may have to rack up a higher kill count to progress, or higher points count, something like that. Well, I do not really care to continue at that point. It looks like I've seen all the unique stuff I've seen with Vanguard. I'll double check that after this video just to satiate my hunger for the game. But anyways, that was Vanguard for the Atari 2600. Ported by Atari. Originally a TOSE, SNK, Centuri game, however you want to think about it. There was a sequel made for the arcades, Vanguard 2. I don't think that was released stateside. I don't think it was released stateside on any sort of compilation, but it did appear on SNK Classics Volume 0 for the PSP, which was a Asian-only compilation, and kind of the sequel to SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1. Volume 1 has a lot of classics, and as such, it did come out over here. Volume 0 kind of had a lot more of SNK's arcade lineage and some of their less popular games, and it didn't come out over here, but since it's on the PSP, and PSP is region-free, it's pretty easy to pick up and import and be able to play. Not only that, most of them are arcade games, so they're not really going to be text-heavy and there's not going to be that language barrier that's going to be hard to overcome. Anyways, once again, Vanguard for the Atari 2600. This was John from MyBurnOnGames.com. You can check me out there. You can also check me out on YouTube and Twitter as John Engelman, JohnEngelman. Thank you for watching this video. Bye-bye.